One. Hello, guys. Welcome back to Genesis Vocals. This is episode 2 now. We are filming here in central London, Piccadilly Circus. I'm here with Jasbir and Mathur.
Hello. How are you guys doing? So my name is Jasbir Mathur, and I'm currently working at Hard Rock Cafe as a server. At the meantime, I was also pursuing my education, which is I completed my Master's in International Business, and I'm also doing my CISL Level 4 certification for financial advisory. There we go.
It's a mouthful, guys. It's a mouthful, but what he's really saying to you is that, you know, he's working a normal job just like us. He's driven. He's got lots of not degrees, but a lot of educational background, and he's trying to pursue it using that route, which a lot of you will be doing. You know, you'll finish uni, you'll be an undergrad or postgrad or whatever, masters finishing, and you're gonna try and get that dream job. Okay, but what we're going to talk about today, Jasbir, we're going to talk about the real fundamentals of how you tackle obstacles. Because I think for a lot of the viewers, tackling obstacles in a constructive way is very difficult, especially when life is lifing. Yeah. And you know that. When life is lifing, life is lifing.
Fair enough.
So we're going to go right into the deep end, okay?
Sure. Let's go.
First question. So for many of the viewers, we all get a wage in our respective day, month, fortnight, whenever. How do you personally go about how you structure your money when you get that wage?
Yeah.
And how is your mentality when that structure, you can't follow it because something's just come in?
Well, there will be situations coming through, there will be family emergencies, you never know. Life just surprises you with all the obstacles you might not even think of throughout the day. But despite, you obviously need to have some savings. You should, like me in general, I keep a monthly savings target. So let's say if I'm earning like £2,000 for example, all right? And my rent is gonna be what, £600-700. So my target is going to be like, okay, if I'm paying £600-700 rent, that much would be my savings amount as well. And then the rest, I can use it on my day-to-day traveling, expenditures, my coffees, if I have a coffee drinking habit. So yeah, it just goes. The money just goes like this.
We all have habits. Yeah. Like everyone, all of you that are watching this, we all have habits. We all have a thing, whether it's food, whether it's cigarettes, whether it's TV subscriptions of any sort, gaming, anything. We all have habits. We all have stuff that we repeatedly, as creatures of habits, that we go and buy.
So regardless of you don't want to spend that money on it, you will end up spending on it. But you need to have a saving target. If you're not saving money, you're not prepared for the future. What future might surprise you? Like one of my friends, he got a family emergency at home. Since he had saving, he could fly next day home and he was technically fine with all his finances. He did end up spending a lot more, but the savings helped him a lot.
Good. Yeah. So, this isn't like new revolutionary. This is just a reminder that you must always be due diligent with your finances. Yeah. Look after your finances 100%. Like you would look after yourself. You know, you wouldn't go out and eat 1,000,000 burgers because you're going to get spotty, 100%. You're going to get sick. Yeah. You know what I mean? You balance it with stuff that you don't necessarily like as much.
Fair enough.
Salads, fruits, water, whatever. But this is the exact same thing that you must do with your money, no matter what part of like situation that you're in, even if it's really bad. Even if it's really bad, and that's what we're gonna delve even deeper into.
100%, we should.
Jasbir, I want you to give an example of a really bad situation and how you then looked at that wage. How did you now see that money when the bad situation came? What was going through your mind?
So the thing which I was talking about, the financial situation, was about my friend, wherein I haven't faced it yet, but I still keep a savings target regardless. The baddest situation I've actually at this moment dealt was when my dad's sister, the aunt, she died, she passed away, so I had to travel. Yeah, it's fine. So I had to travel back on the spot. The flight ticket for me, it cost like around £800.
£800?
Yeah, right. To and fro. It depends on what airlines and how quick you want to go, plus the time frame in which you are booking it. Some people like to book in months in advance, but at this situation, I cannot. Yeah. Luckily, I had savings, so I didn't need to care about my rent, my daily expenditure, my flight tickets, everything was there. And once I was back, I still had money, at least to survive my day-to-day expenses, my traveling expense until I get my next paycheck.
Yeah. Because that's what it is until the next time you get that cash
Yeah.
inflow. That's what we're all.
There we go.
We're more counting the days than counting the
100%.
pounds.
Yeah.
Because that's just how most of us. Don't get me wrong. There are people out there that will watch this. You know, you might have like interest coming in. You might have expenses paid off by your company or whoever you work for. That which is fortunate, but for the big majority of people, the income is the lifeline.
Yes.
If the income,
No, 100%.
then you.
It's a big no. Yeah,
It's a big-
100%.
a
So
big
it's
right.
like you shouldn't be saving only for making like investment purpose or to make more money, but you also save keeping in mind that there might be situations wherein your loved ones will be in trouble, hospitalized, serious situations. If you're having a business, if you want to start a business, maybe you're suffering a loss, the backup savings helps you a lot to get out of it.
Exactly.
So savings is, for me, not the only means of making more money, and you invest, keep on investing, making more money, but as well as you need to keep it for difficult times. It can happen with you as well. I'm just saying about family because that's the most important part at this moment in my age, being 28.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think family just in general.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what age you are. Family is always going to be
At the topmost priority.
the
No,
absolute
100%,
top,
100%.
absolute top,
But then
yeah.
at my age, I won't be counting myself falling under that serious situation like medical health conditions at this moment, wherein I will be thinking about more about my parents, grandparents. But it can happen to you as well. So
Exactly.
you never know. There are heart attacks, there are various situations. Maybe you're driving, you met an accident, so you never know what you might come across. It's not about you being funny, the people can be funny as well.
Yeah.
It's not always your fault. Let's say a car accident example.
Yeah,
It's
of
not
course.
100% that it's going to be your fault. It can be other person's fault. But who is going through the situation? You. Do you have money? No. What are you going to do? You need savings.
All right, so guys, if you take anything away from what was just being said, how you should now look at your savings. Don't look at your savings as, okay, I'm saving this money. I'm just saving this money back, like kind of hoarding it like a dragon, like in a cave. No. This isn't just your wealth. Your savings isn't your wealth. Your savings can very much be your body armor when it hits the
100%.
fan and you're absolutely screwed, like physically, not mentally.
100%.
Money can come in, as much as people say, money is the root of all evil. If you have a good idea of what to do with the money, you can very much utilize it. And caring for health of you, of people that you love, is a mentality that we don't very much think about when we get our paycheck. I mean, I don't even think about it even as often as I should. But given in my life, given recent events, it's become a bit more of a forefront that, okay, I'm going to put this little bit away. I'm going to start this scheme over here. I'm going to, you know what I mean? Just in case, because I'm not invincible and none of us are invincible. No one is invincible. Once you understand you're not invincible,
there you go.
There you go. Your savings will look after you. You look after your savings. It will grow. It will be there when you need it.
No, true. Wealth, for me, wealth is family. Family is the actual wealth. Whereas money, I mean, I don't blame you guys, the audience, or even you. Before, even I was like this. So life teaches you. Through time, people will learn. Some people learn faster, some people learn later. But they will eventually learn.
Yeah.
Either easy way or a hard way.
Yeah. And God willing, it's the easy way for everybody. But in a lot of cases that we don't want to admit, we learn the hard way. The hard way comes, and we learn it like that. We learn it like that.
No,
honestly.
fair. I mean, if you're gonna look, let's say I work at Hard Rock. You worked there before.
Yeah. I still
you still work in the marketing department, but if you're gonna see the front of house, there are so many people who aren't saving, but go out on a regular basis. They care about their today, what are you enjoying. There will be people wherein if you're not going out a lot, they're gonna try to reduce friendship, but it's totally fine because that's your decision. Why should, like, I personally think that this situation, that decision, what they've made of reducing, okay, yeah, this guy's not going to drink that much, this guy won't come, so don't ask him. I'm totally fine with it, because at the end, I'm saving. My priorities are different. You need to set your own priorities regardless of whatever people say.
I'm glad that you said that. Setting your own priorities.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, it is difficult. It is 12-hour shift. That was very, very common for everybody, not even just us at Hard Rock. Common for everybody. 12-hour shift. You're working. You finish, you come out, someone comes up to you, hey, yo, we're going to this club later. We're going to this bar later. Hey, come with us. You know, like, come and enjoy yourself. You know, it'll just be one drink. Really, especially if you have a goal, especially if you're saving up towards something,
100%.
or you know your pension's coming out, or you know your health insurance is coming out soon, or you know rent's coming out soon, or you know someone's not feeling very well, like in your family or yourself, and you know you might need to fork out for healthcare, health products, whatever.
Yeah.
Be ready and be confident to say no.
Yeah.
To say no.
Yes. I can tell you one more really nice example, which
all your examples are very. I just want to say first of all, like just for you, even just for you as well. Like, I mean, they're gonna see it, but they're gonna feel it. You're actually hitting very vital points that I didn't even plan to actually come up in this conversation. But this is very, very real. It's very, very useful, and it was a very good decision to have you here already.
No, thank you.
No problem. But next point.
So there's this friend of mine, so we used to work in hospitality before I joined Hard Rock. So this guy started to work in the company, he got a job, he's pretty sorted, and I'm very happy for him. So there was this instance wherein he used to go out drinking with his colleagues every now and then he used to come and tell me that I've spent this much amount, I'm not able to save it, my savings for this month has been zero, because I cannot say no, because I have to build a rapport. I have to get along with them because I'll end up working with them. You just cannot say no. And at this moment, listening to his points, his conversation, and every other aspect what he was telling me, the only thing I felt was he was being pressurized. He was actually pressurizing himself that he cannot say no. It's not others who are actually pushing him, but he was pushing himself that you need to go because it won't look good.
Yeah.
And I told him at that moment as well that that's wrong. People who want to be with you will eventually be with you, even if you want to go or not. So, and first thing, you have to look for yourself first, then the people. The most important thing what UK have taught me, you do care about the people, it's not like, but you need to care about yourself first.
Well, it's a very, very cutthroat system. If it was a perfect system, if it was a system where, you know, everyone cared about everyone, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
No.
We wouldn't have these examples, and this channel wouldn't exist.
Oh, 100%.
You see what I mean?
Makes sense.
But this is very, very, very true, especially about the UK. And any resident of it in any part of it, you need to look out for yourself, because it's very, very, very cutthroat. Very cutthroat.
Yeah. Where you're alone, far away from your family, and if you're not thinking about yourself and your family at this moment, what's the point?
It's really bad.
No, it makes sense. Yeah. But I'm glad to have this interview, which is really, really nice. For me, it's not even like an interview. For me, it's like a basic conversation, which we usually have.
Exactly.
Anyway, after shifts, we have 2 or 3 chats. During work, we talk about stuff. Even before we started this interview, we had a different type of conversation, but still regarding money, regarding situations, and regarding obstacles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just to check that there was some people on the same wavelength. Yeah. You need to just bring these conversations out there, see what people say.
I mean, usually the groups, you don't have to be in the same wavelength, because you never know. You might end up with a new idea, new thinking. You might end up with a person who has a different way of seeing life.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't say their way would be wrong, but can be at the same time. Until unless you don't talk, you won't understand
where they're coming from.
Yeah.
And then you can form your own opinions from
Yes.
it. That's
Maybe you will find flaws in your way of thinking, your way of seeing life, while talking to the other person. I was like, oh yes, maybe at that moment you won't realize, but somewhere, sometime, you will realize it. Through time, if you're sitting at home, maybe you're overthinking about life, savings, then all of a sudden it's going to be a click. Like, okay, yeah, this person said this, why not try this way, and if that thing works out, oh, this was better, my entire thinking was wrong about this. Things change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I just want to summarize that for the viewers. If there's anything you take away from the last, we've got 15 minutes, the last 6 minutes of our conversation, it is that it's going to be, it's a bit hard to swallow when you try and put it into, we're in central London, so everyone is literally doing what we're saying not to do, which is just indulging yourself, but indulging yourself at the expense of your money, at the expense of resources that can be going to 100%. Different things. You know, the guy's revving his car, revving. Yeah. That's fine, but if you rev your car, at least have paid for your health insurance first. 100%. At least have some savings first before you went and did that.
Fair enough.
So you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So for the for a review for the viewers, just nice quick points. Talk to people, and even if they say something that you don't agree with, think, why did they say it? Because you never know, that might be the spur of an idea that makes you improve on yourself that you would have never come across had you not spoken to this person.
Fair.
You know?
Yeah, 100%.
There's another thing, always be constructive, even when you're saying no. When you're saying no because of the betterment of yourself. You're not saying no because you're not letting yourself have fun. You're not saying no because you think that you can't merge with these people. You're saying no because you have a plan. And the people that understand that you have a plan, and the people that sense that, they will ask you again, but maybe they'll switch it up on how they ask you, or maybe a different scene, or maybe a different time, but they will continue to be the same with you as they were then. Yeah. If anything, they'll just be more understanding 100%. Of your situation. Yeah. And that's just what you want. That's just what you want, understanding.
Yeah.
I think it's just really important.
Oh yeah, 100%. It takes time to understand few things. Yeah, maybe. Sorry. So it's like there were conversations with my dad which I had before coming to UK.
Right.
But after I came to UK, when COVID got struck and I was just sitting at my home doing nothing, later everything made sense. Everything. And the way I used to think, I felt like I cannot think in a straight way, and all my thinking is either based on my youth, and the maturity level was, I was lacking a lot.
You were lacking maturity back then.
A lot. Yeah.
Honest.
Things. Yeah. That's again. I started to think, and I started to look at the outcomes, what my dad did, his words, his ideas, his advices, everything did make sense later on. At that moment, for me, I was thinking like I am right. And my dad is not. My dad may be right in his way, but for me that didn't work at all. But later,
we all get that. Later, it always happens.
Everything made sense. Even with my friends when we talk. So when I'm with my friends, it's not only we talk about clubbing, partying, going out. We talk about finance. We talk about investments. We talk about savings. We talk about family. We talk everything. So there'll be few times, very less, like 20% of the time we are talking about clubbing, outing, or something or the other which is not useful to you. And 80% of the time we talk about future.
Constructive stuff.
Yes, constructive stuff.
So you viewers, if you take anything away from that, the friends that you should have around you, you should be discussing these things, because you need to see where you're standing and if you can improve it. Because if you can improve it, of course you will improve it, you know what I mean? And they're going to give you that stuff. 80%, I'd say even 90%, 80 to 90% of your conversations will be with your friends, with the friends that you need around you, will be about the betterment of your situation. There's yours altogether, okay? And 10%, of course you're going to talk about going out, and of course you're going to talk about when we're going to chill, and you know what I mean? But even in those instances, like even for me, example, when I play on the console, we're not even talking about the game. We will be talking about like, oh, I saw this thing that I could save in, you know, or that I could invest in. What do you think? I always have a conversation about that while playing Call of Duty.
There we
you
go.
know what I mean? So it can happen in any situation. It doesn't just have to be the situation of that seems constructive, like an office or like a park. It can be anything. Absolutely. Even in the bar. A lot of conversations,
Happen
even in the bar, are very constructive.
Yeah, a lot.
You know, a lot of them. You know, don't get me wrong. People are most likely under the influence of whatever, but that won't stop you from. And I'm just speaking from a real perspective here because I know all of us have done this, all do this.
Yeah.
A lot of perspectives, even when you have been drinking or doing whatever you're doing, they can still be constructive. You can still make a game plan. You can still
100%.
strategically think, and you can still learn. Maybe not to the same capacity as if you were sober,
Oh yeah.
but you can still learn. And it's those kind of relationships that you should be looking for,
Yes.
and that you should enjoy with the most time that you can.
100%.
Okay? Like my relationship with you. I'm
Look at
enjoying.
yourself. Look at yourself. I mean, even if I'm seeing you inside of Hard Rock, wherein you come out to, let's say, if there is an event, you're coming us to brief about what the event is going to be. But you just catch things, all right, this, I can use it in my business. Oh, this is a really nice thing to improve a certain aspect, what I'm pursuing. So you go with two mindsets.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go. That's what I see.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. Yeah.
That's what I
try.
see.
I try.
You find something really admirable. All right, yeah. You catch on points. Your attention to details is very lethal. Like you are spot on with everything. You witness everything, and you see to improvise stuff every time. That's what I see in you. So
Thank you. Thank
that's
you.
a really good mindset you need to have in your life. Just not stopping, not giving up. You are there every time. Okay, yeah, this thing I can use it in my channel. Oh, we can do something over here, something creative. XYZ. I'm not going to pinpoint anything at this moment, but then
No,
it can be
but I get
anything.
It can be absolutely anything. And so, viewers, listen. Whatever you're doing, that can be from stacking boxes to giving foot massages,
Yeah.
to working in an office, to only printing, to being only a courier.
Yeah.
Look at what you're actually doing and see if you can use it to better yourself in some sort of way. See if it can be useful in some regard. See if you can utilize it to make something even better.
100%.
You know, because all the people that I've got to this point, and when I mean the people, I mean like, you know, people that wealthy, that have multiple layers of comfort, multiple layers of finance, multiple layers of wealth.
Yeah.
They at one point, not all of them, because some of them, you know, inheritance, right?
No,
but,
fair.
But a lot of them that are self-made, or almost all of them that are self-made, have looked at every single little thing that they do and think, okay, can that be used for this?
Yes.
Why does that do that? Okay,
Yeah.
that works like that. So when I do this now, let me try it like this.
Yes.
You see what I mean?
Yes.
It's absolutely
100%, because they don't want to miss any chance of improving themselves, making money. They don't want to miss anything.
Yeah.
They are only seeking the betterment of themselves.
regardless of what the present situation is.
Yep.
I'll give an example. So when I moved to sales and marketing, obviously as a server, because of the business that way it gets, it is quite lucrative. Lucrative is it can be very, very lucrative, especially when it's busy, if people tip you, whatever. Now, what I'm doing with my business, this pays me nothing. This pays me absolutely nothing. Well, it only pays me when I make a sale.
Because it's just the beginning.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's just the beginning. But when I started out, I didn't start out thinking, right, we've got to make money.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to make money, and we're going to make money how? You can do that. You can think like that. But if you really want to enjoy it, you do it because you don't want to fall ill. You don't want to, something
100%.
irreversible happens, and you think, I could have done that, you know? What would have happened if I had done that? What if?
Yes.
What if is the biggest shield to your happiness.
It's more like a regret.
It's a big regret.
Yeah.
Not even what if, it's a regret.
When you say what if, it's a regret because you're already regretting your decision. But at the same time, okay, regret happens to everyone. Everyone regrets, regardless of how many times you say to any person that you shouldn't regret? Yeah, you should just think as a constructive way. You should, but you will end up regretting. There's something which people say to not to do it, but then people cannot help it. It's more like a human tendency that people will actually regret, no matter what the situation is.
Exactly.
It can be worse, can be
because it isn't 100% of how it's going to go out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So some things, don't get me wrong, some things have a higher percentage. So for example, if you hear someone is going to go out to drinks, right, and they're saying, yeah, it's a free bar, and you say to them, listen, don't drink too much at a free bar, because you're going to forget, you're going to lose motor skills, whatever.
100%.
Now, they can go to the free bar, they can still drink a lot, but maybe they don't lose their motor skills. But if another person now goes to a free bar and drinks a lot, or the same amount as that person, they might absolutely pass out, absolutely make wrong decisions, absolutely. You see what I mean? It's not fixed. Regret is normal, but when you ask yourself what if, especially if it was something constructive that you were thinking about doing, the percentage of possibility that actually would have turned out better or led you to something better is a lot higher.
Oh yeah,
it's a lot higher.
Time. It's like you can also put it in this situation wherein you have a meeting. So with this way, I'm going to say two things. I'm going to merge two situations at once. So let's say you have a meeting tomorrow morning.
Right.
All right. And you and me go for a drink.
Okay.
All right. Maybe I drink more than you. My capacity is small. But if you're going to match my capacity, all right?
Yeah.
And you also have a meeting tomorrow, you might not even show up. So that's when you're going to regret. All right. And coming to thinking about yourself, the next day I'm going to be like, oh, you shouldn't have drank that much. That's the only thing I'm going to say.
But you couldn't have said it at the time because you've really gone through the
so
motions
you,
of doing it.
Instead of giving you a support wherein, okay, no worries, and motivating you is like, okay, this kind of thing happens, but don't do this again, and advising you and telling you to avoid this stuff and just for your improvement.
Yeah, to avoid the negative.
Instead of saying those stuff, I'm telling you, you shouldn't have. So, at this moment, I would feel like I should have thought about myself. So in the end, you are by yourself.
Yeah.
You know, no matter who you are with, you never know what sort of friend you are carrying, what sort of people you are around until unless difficult time comes in. But obviously there are friends who will be there at the most difficult times. They will come running despite they are not talking to you. You know?
It's true.
So these two situations, I can merge it in just one example because you need to know where to stop, where to begin. You need to know how much is good for you.
Yeah. Well, before you start that example, just a quick review for the viewers. If you take anything from that conversation that we just had, know your own limits and stick to your own limits. When you've gone past, not saying know your own limits and don't try and improve on yourself, but when you know that I've done this action and this keeps on happening, especially when it's an action that is like not constructive.
Yeah.
So for example, if you drink too much or if you smoke too much, right? I could drink and smoke to this point, but I know that this keeps happening. I keep passing out and I keep forgetting that stuff and I don't want to do it anymore.
Fair. Yeah. And you should also look at outcomes.
Exactly.
Each outcome, because unless you are just thinking about that situation, and if you're not looking at outcomes, what outcome you have faced, what problems you have suffered because of that, you won't improve.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
But when it is something positive and you are trying to do something better, how you should look at that now is obviously, it's the same basis, you shouldn't do exactly what you did before because you know it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But especially when it's something constructive, like for example, investing or trying to find a job in a field that you haven't really been in terms of experience, or if it was traveling, you're traveling to like see the sights, you're traveling because that's what you love, or you're cooking, anything. Obviously, don't do the same thing you did before that you know isn't going to work, but try and find a way to improve on it. Try and
Yes.
get some feedback.
Yes.
Try and see what exactly didn't work and the outcome. Why did that outcome happen? Oh, it's because of this element of what I did.
100%.
And
It's
you
like
improve.
instead of people telling you that you're not good at this and you shouldn't be doing this, you should realize by yourself. There are cases, maybe you haven't witnessed, maybe you have, who knows. But there are cases wherein I'm saying a person that, okay, yeah, you're not good at this, but later he comes out to be great. He exceeds my expectation of how good he is. So, because maybe he tried different method, maybe he got a nice advice, maybe he just improvised himself, like by himself. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, the only thing I can say about this thing is just don't stop improving.
Never stop
Yeah,
improving.
yeah. Just listen to
Never
the
stop
advice. It's not. No one is forcing you to listen and work on that advice. It can be good. It can be bad. It can work for you. Another thing is the advice what he's saying might have worked for him, but might not work for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
100%.
You find a right answer that someone did,
Yes.
but that might not be your right answer.
Yes.
Someone might have applied for that job with a certain CV, but for you and your CV, that job isn't the right place for you.
Yes.
You see?
The
Someone
way
might
you
have
apply.
invested in a certain thing and invested it in a certain time and a certain amount for X, Y, Z reasons for a period of time, but that might not be the period of time you want to invest for, or the amount of money you need to spend, or that you even can spend, or even the, what do you call it, or even the, at the time of when you do invest, maybe that industry isn't the same.
Yes.
Maybe it's not growing like how when that person did it.
Yeah. Time matters, decision timing matters.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
Improvement is complex.
Yeah.
It's complex. There isn't a fixed
No.
thing for it. But there's a mentality, there's a region in your mind where you should be thinking constructively and not backing down. You should not back down no matter how difficult it is. Obviously, venting is different.
Yeah.
Venting out and releasing stress is different.
Different.
But when you go, yep, no, never again,
Oh yeah. I mean,
but for something constructive, when it's negative, never again, that's
Yeah.
different, that's good. But when it's something constructive and you go, yep, never again, you're not doing yourself a favor. You're
that's
missing
it.
out.
That's it. Yeah. And another thing, jealousy.
Yeah.
Oh, jealousy is a big factor
Jealousy.
in your decision making, wherein if you are supposed to save this much amount and you're almost about to achieve or whatever it is, I'm just saying savings as an example, and then you see the other person, he's traveling, he's partying all the time.
Yeah.
There are things you wanted to, he's doing it, and then you at some point you'll be like, oh, I want to do, I'm a bit jealous because he's able to do it, but you don't know if he's able to save the money or he's spending it entirely on roaming out and just enjoying life without thinking about the future, and then you end up spending it and then you regret.
Because
There
it
we
wasn't
go.
the right decision for you. For that person, it might have been exactly what they wanted, it might have been the optimal decision. But for you, it may have not been. So look at your own priorities. Look inside yourself and go, okay, what do I value?
Yes.
Why do I value it?
Yes.
And how I'm going to act accordingly.
Perfect.
That's-
There might
there
be
you
a
are.
family backings.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big thing. Wherein the person you met might be a really nice friend, but he's spending his entire amount enjoying life, enjoying everything, whatever you wanted to do. All right. And he will also push you a bit wherein, let's go out, let's enjoy. Why do you want to be like a child sitting at home? Just, but he might have a family backing. He might, his dad or parents or family business, whatsoever would be, have loads of savings. He doesn't have to worry about his future at this moment. Obviously, he could have improvised by himself, had a thing wherein he could have actually expanded that business, make it grow, but he chose not to. But despite choosing not to, he still have enough money, enough backing.
All circumstances are different.
Yes.
Some people might have very, very
Yes,
good
and you don't know.
circumstances. Exactly.
And you
that's
will
why
end
you
up.
shouldn't match it. You should match the goal of improvement, but be realistic, be ambitious, but understand that some people may have advantages beyond what you currently have in terms of your resources, you know. And even culturally, culture's a big thing.
Yes.
Culture's a very big thing.
Very, very.
Because I know, like for you,
Yeah.
your dad has a certain set of morals,
Yeah.
right? He wouldn't agree with maybe some stuff that you've done.
Yeah, 100%,
You know what I mean?
100%.
But for you, it was, I wanted to do this. Do you know what I mean? But another family now, the same person does the same thing, but the family goes, that's fine, that's okay. Or even like, yeah.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And
we need to understand that dynamic. It's very, very complex, but once you start thinking strategically like this and philosophically like this, you'll just see you'll see yourself. Me doing this interview right now, interview right now is a philosophical decision that I'm. What if? That's why I asked myself. When I said what if to myself, that's when I bought the mic. You
Fair
know,
enough.
it was nowhere near payday.
Yeah.
I bought the mic.
Yeah.
I bought it straight up.
But your what if was not after you regret it.
Yeah.
Your what if was before, instead of making the decision too late.
Exactly. And I looked at my background of, okay, can I manage to get it?
Yeah.
And I found out that I could.
Yeah.
So I did. But if this mic, right, for example, costs £2,000, right, I really want this mic, £2,000, I need to understand that I don't have the facilities to get that mic. And if I was to borrow money that wasn't mine, what's going to be the outcomes of that? Where am I going to be? Am I actually going to improve that situation?
Yeah.
This is the analysis that
100%.
you need to, with everything, you need to analyze. You can never over-analyze, but also you must act. Once your analysis is good enough, once you go, you know what, that's actually feasible, and it's constructive, what you're doing, do it.
Do it. Don't think twice.
Do it.
Just get it done.
Do it. Just get it done. I didn't even know the mic I'm using, DJI. I know nothing about mics.
Yeah.
Never bought a mic in my life. I've heard of one other company, and that was Rode.
Yeah.
But I was once I found out that I could get a mic, like it was feasible, I just searched up online. What's a good standard of mic? And the website could have been lying to me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I did some background checks, and they weren't perfect. They definitely weren't perfect. I don't know half of the stuff that I'm seeing, but I was like, you know what? Let's go. Let's at least see.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. And I knew that payday wasn't too far as well.
Fair.
You know, the situation, the time, what we're talking about. I'm like, okay, even if this goes awry, I'm not going to be in a position where I can't recover. Never put yourself in a position where you cannot recover.
Yes. That's most important
it's really,
thing.
really bad.
Very important.
Yeah. That's really good. Right. We're going to take a quick intermission. There may be a second part to the video. We're going to see our situation and what's going on. But Jasbir, so far, you've been absolute pro.
No, thank you so much. Thank you.
No problem at all. Hopefully we get a second part. But even if we don't get a second part, take as much from this interview as you can. And you know, this is your everyday.
It's a normal conversation.
This is a normal conversation
daily
with
activities,
a normal person.
Yeah.
You know, but no, not even normal. Normal is the wrong word. A unique person, but there's unique people everywhere. There's unique people everywhere. Yeah. Okay.
There is. I wouldn't say unique. There are people with different ideas. Some people, they don't realize it when they're giving a really great idea. So it's not about me being unique. It's just me telling you what life has taught me, what my parents have taught me, and whatever situation I've faced, what I've learned. It's nothing unique about it.
I think actually in that way, that everyone in their way is unique. Yeah. Because everyone would have learned something different.
100%.
So I understand it that you're not like specifically unique, but we all are unique.
Yes, in our own ways.
Which is brilliant, because even the viewers, even you guys watching right now, you guys know something we don't.
Yeah.
Definitely.
100%.
Many things, many situations that we have no idea on what to do. If we switch brains with anyone that's watching this, and then I was just stuck in that situation, I'd be like, what the, you know what I mean? Like, nah, like what is this? How is this person even doing this and figuring it out? All the time.
Yes.
From the most menial tasks.
Yeah.
Cleaning. You think everyone would think cleaning is standard, easy. Yeah. There's processes in cleaning that we won't have any idea to clean.
There might be products you don't even know.
Don't even know.
Wow.
Don't know how to apply it.
Yeah.
How long it's for. Even where to bloody find it if you even needed it. You know.
100%. And you know, even this interview, this channel, with the amount of people you're going to interview, the amount of people, the amount of thinking, mindsets you're going to come across, you're going to learn yourself a lot.
I've already learned a lot from this. I've already.
It's just
reaffirmed.
Yeah.
It's not even reaffirmed what I already knew. I actually have got new ideas in my head now of how I'm going to look at my wage.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, 100%. That's how
yeah.
it should be. My thinking's change every time. I go up with a plan, but my plans, in the end, always changes. It's not
a fact of life.
Yeah, but then it should be better one. It shouldn't be on the downside.
Exactly.
That's
Even
the
if
most
it
important.
goes down, it should be okay. Now how do we
should
get
bounce,
it back?
it should
How do we
bounce,
get
yeah.
it back to the bounce?
Yes, yes.
That's it.
It was really nice. I really enjoyed this interview. Most important.
I really enjoyed it.
it.
It was free blind. You know, I told you, I'm just like, once we got on,
That's
there you
it.
go. You know what
just
I mean?
get going
That's
through.
it.
Yeah. We didn't. To be honest, even for the viewers, today was like a random interview. We were supposed to actually just meet. So it's not like something which many of you might think is scripted or things.
There's no script.
There's no script.
Unfortunately, there's no script, so we probably have made a few mistakes.
Yes,
but
yes,
it's
yes.
authentic.
Yeah.
And that's what I personally, that's what I care about.
Yeah.
Authenticity is what is going to make me be proud
Perfect.
of what I do, not it being perfect.
Yeah.
Right? Because I never told you this, but I went to, you know that I went to the Business Expo.
Oh yeah,
Black Business Expo,
I
Cousin
know,
House.
yeah.
Right. And there was a speaker called Lamar Tyler, right, from the
Okay.
States. He said, you can either be perfect or you could be imperfect and paid, but you can't be both.
Fair. That's a really wise saying.
It's just,
It's like a reality thing.
and it's not even about being paid,
Yeah.
but in terms of just improving and being fulfilled in yourself, you don't need to be perfect when you try it. You know, you can do your best, but you won't be.
Perfect. No.
So
You don't need
Go
to be
for it.
perfect. You shouldn't be approaching perfection
Exactly.
in everything. No.
no,
It's
a
sometimes
horrible
really
way to live.
Oh yeah.
It will drive you insane.
It's
it will
really
drive you
good.
insane.
It's really good to be imperfect.
It's really good to be imperfect.
It's really
Really,
good.
really
You
good to be
learn
imperfect.
every
That's
day
very
is a
good.
learning thing. Once you try to achieve that perfection, you will. Things doesn't go your way.
Exactly. And
Things
perfection leads to stagnation.
yeah.
Nothing changes.
Nothing.
Nothing good. If you think to yourself, you know, in terms of recipes, inventions,
Yeah.
the way we have our government system, the way that we do building,
No.
everything, the way we measure anything, any unit of measurement, the way that we speak, even language has gone through an evolution. It's just
yes.
imperfection, but it just keeps getting
Getting
better.
better.
Because if it was perfect, it would never have changed.
That's it. And then there will be a ceiling. So
Yes, it. And
Yeah.
then external factors will come, and because you've got the ceiling, there's no way you can adapt. That's
Yeah.
just it. You're done.
There we go. There we go.
you are.
That's a really
That's a
nice
big philosophical
thing.
kind of thing. Yeah. Exactly.
I'm glad that we had this interview today. I'm very glad that I get to express myself, and there are people listening as well.
Yeah.
Maybe my thinking will collide with them, maybe not.
It doesn't matter
But
because it's what you brought.
Yeah.
It's
So
what your
it's really
intention.
nice. It's really nice to share. Yeah, open up a bit.
It's good,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's really good. It's really good. At this moment, I feel like this kind of interviews, what you are doing, the more channels, the more videos you might release soon. I'm just gonna keep on watching, and who knows, maybe someone who is listening to my interview might end up over here on this side.
Yeah.
I'm
it's
gonna
true.
merge my idea with his idea, which is like the best thing,
Yeah.
because he found his best way.
Yeah, he or she.
Oh
right?
yeah.
It
Because
doesn't matter.
I personally, what I do is I listen. All right. It's not like I need to follow what you say, but at the same time, I'm gonna merge my idea with yours and try to come out with the better way.
Yeah.
So I always look for that. It's like you just keep on improving, and you don't get stuck with your own thinking. You just your mind gets broad. things, the way of seeing things changes a lot. So yeah, that's good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well done, man. Well done. Well done.
No,
Come on,
it's
let's
so
go.
good.
Let's go. Come on. That was take
right.
one, and take one's getting posted. I didn't go.
Oh, yeah.
man. I'm censoring myself. Well, take one's getting posted, guys. See you. Thank you for tuning in. Many more interesting conversations to come.
Yeah.
We'll see how this grows. I
Can't wait
plan.
for part 2.
I plan because I'm saying it now. See,
Whoa.
no, we're gonna keep it in. Okay, we're gonna keep it in. But I'm planning way many more, and repeat guests are always welcome. Okay,
100%.
to see where
Can't
we're going,
wait. Can't
to
wait to
evolve,
come back.
to
Yeah.
evolve. Okay,
With a different topic, with a different
everything.
idea.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But always going to be constructive. We're
Yeah.
always going to be trying to help others.
Yes.
But also, even reevaluating how we think.
Yeah, 100%.
Exactly, because you're never there. You're never there. See,
You'll never know what life has to show you. There we go.
let's go. Thank you very much, guys.
But take care, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.